The great man is back on the road, a little bit like when hell froze over and the Eagles started touring again. It feels like a very special time because, have a look at this crowd. Thousands of people were there in Florida today to greet the orange man who has defeated the Wu flu. I'm just saying all of this stuff to get onto Media Watch next week. To defeat the Wu flu, and he decided to rip raw, and this was part of what he told his fans in Florida today.
To be back in my home state, Florida, to make my official return to the campaign trail. I am so energized by your prayers and humbled by your support. We've had such incredible support. And here we are. Here we are.
And he got back on message. If Donald Trump says this for the next 21 days, he's going to win. Watch this.
Corrupt political classes desperate to regain their power by any means necessary. We're the ones standing in their way. We're the ones standing up for the American worker, the American family, and for the American dream. And that's why.
But God forbid Donald Trump be able to get his message out. God forbid Donald Trump be able to leave the White House. God forbid Donald Trump be able to look actual voters in the eye who know that they are going to a rally with a bloke who's defeated the Wu flu. The Biden booster network. Oh, won't someone think of the children?
So to hold a super spreader rally like this after his own White House was a hot spot, I mean, is this about ego, about desperation in the final weeks of the election, about both, more? How do you see it?
All of the above. Look, we know that Donald Trump needs the rallies as much as his campaign does, just for his own ego. But to your point, I mean, this is the super spreader tour. And Donald Trump is getting energy from the crowds. He's getting affirmation that he needs. But typically, he's not taking his supporters' health into consideration, just like he disregarded that of his staff. I mean, you have folks waiting in line, crowding this space, and it looks like, you know, waiting room for the Darwin Awards.
No. And what about this? Major news organisations, including the New York Times, the Washington Post, all the ones that hate Trump, have now said, due to the lack of COVID safety, they will not be physically travelling with the president anymore to actually cover one half of who might win the 2020 election. And you thought they were arrogant in 2016. Meantime, over in Bidenville, he had a rally too. 30 people showed up, and they had to sit in a car park. And they were very socially distanced. And also, what was interesting to know was even members of the media who hate Donald Trump, with their telephones, were able to pick up a crowd of Trump supporters that were louder than the Biden people who could honk their horn. Oh, yeah, and Biden's losing his brain. One.
You know, we have to come together. That's why I'm running. I'm running as a proud Democrat.
Two.
You may remember I got in trouble when we were running against the senator who was a Mormon, the governor, okay?